All right, so I'm going to use my base of my teapot to trim my teapot lid. And it's really funky because I cut it off the hump, so I'm just holding the top and going really slow to get off some of those big chunks. And if you're worried that your lid is going to get stuck, you can take like a little piece of plastic and lay it in here like that, and then you can put your lid down in, and then you don't have to worry about it getting stuck. You can hold it with the plastic. Just make sure that plastic's out of the way when you're trimming. So I'm just gonna trim like normal. I'm going a little light on my pressure and a little slower than I would normally go. So just kind of be aware of that when you're trimming in a chuck. You have to just be a little bit more gentle. Alright, so I'm going to pick it up and kind of see where I am. Still a bit heavy, so I'm going to put it down again. Okay. Jeez, so don't do that. Just gotta make sure you have a good seal. So if you want, you can put chucks on your base of your teapot to hold it still. We'll just add some fun textures for this teapot. Alright, so I'm gonna center again. So you can tap center, or you can use the record player method, but you just should be able to center your teapot base, and that should get this all centered. Okay. Here we go again. So if you want to speed this part of your video up, you can, because this is just normal trimming. You do want to think about when you're trimming your lids how you want to glaze them. So if I want my whole lid glazed, I'm gonna have to put it on a still, or I just have to think I can't glaze the bottom because it will stick to the inside of my gallery. Okay, so I think that's pretty good for now. Let's see if I can pop it out of there. It might be stuck. If it gets stuck, leave it in and let it dry for a little bit so you're not distorting your lid trying to get it out. All right, I'm just going to test it. I can center this again. I'm just going to see what I think about it. If I want to refine anything right here, I can. And then I'm going to turn it over and trim the bottom. Think about your tap centering, take your time. Okay, do a little press down and then do some gentle trimming. So a teapot, you know, it's sure it's sitting flat. So I'm gonna give mine a little foot. I think I have enough space down here. And I just want to follow that curve. This is a little wet for trimming, just a little bit, but it's getting a little dry for attaching stuff. So I'm just gonna have to be really careful when I go and attach everything. Okay. So if you don't need to know how to trim, you can fast forward through this part. I'm just gonna finish up the trimming. I'm going to refine this part right here. So when I go to do my glazing, I have a ledge to hold on to dip my teapot in. I'm going to come in the middle here. So I know I said this before, but I usually take more time trimming than I do throwing. Alright, so at this point in the teapot assembly, I'd want to have my lid thrown, my spout thrown, and my handle pulled while I'm trimming. So everything can be getting at that right consistency for me to attach everything. Alright, I'm gonna switch to this. Sometimes when things are a little bit wetter, you have to press a little bit lighter so you're not taking big chunks out of your work. And also just making sure that you're holding the top of your piece. Okay, so any other refining you want to do, and then I'm going to check my thickness. It's kind of hard to get in there sometimes when you have a flange, but, or sorry, a gallery. That seems pretty good. Alright, well, since I have this big dent in the side from it flying off the wheel, I'm going to try to have that work to my advantage.